Welcome to episode 7 of our North America Zoo build. Today we are going to be starting on this area through here. I've mentioned a couple times that this is going to be where we put the rock penguins. I've also brought up California sea lions. And I thought maybe we would do some otters, because even though we don't have any North American specific otters, the small-clawed otter does fit very well in a North American zoo despite being a Asian species. So likely we will do those three animals through here. I did mention that I wanted to kind of turn this into a sort of water park, and I think I may have been overselling that concept a little bit. This is a Planet Zoo idea of a water park. We're gonna have a splash pad, and we're just gonna accept it for what it is. Maybe someday Frontier will come out with a full water park game that you can, like, build the best water park. I mean, they've already done roller coasters, they've already done zoos. Water park's logical. So, until that day comes, though, we are going to work with the limited tools we have to try and make this look as good as we can. So let's go ahead and start getting into the time reel. And we are back from the time lapse. So we've done quite a bit of work. There's definitely still more to do to make this look right. We've got to make sure that the seals actually stay in their area, so we'll have to do the borders through here. We have to finish up the jetty through here, do some texture work, you know, make sure that there's not grass sticking out of our boardwalk. So, but I think this is a pretty good basis for us moving forward. I know this episode was, to be honest with you, it was a pain in the butt to film, and I'm sure that the footage here is going to take a lot of explanation of, like, how did we get here? Very long story short. So we started over here, doing the penguin area, and then trying to fill out something that looked a little bit more like a river or a lake through here, just to include the sea lions. And then the shapes were not working out, so I decided, you know what, I haven't slept, let's go to bed. I woke up the next day, talked to Dan, and he was like, well, what if you did, like, not a little itty-bitty river, but an actual river? And I said, oh, yeah, no, we can do that. I showed him this little niche area. The one that we mentioned was for elephants. Admittedly, I wasn't in love with the idea of doing elephants through here, so we came up with something better. We are going to do bears, and then moose. We'll make like a little trail for them through here. We'll make like a little walkway so that way they can actually pass between these two areas, you know. Even out the land so that way they have the full traversable area to deal with. And then fallow deer and beavers. And then we will make a pathway through here so that way you can actually see all the animals. And then of course you'll have this overlook, which I think with the water flow is going to look really nice when we're done. Obviously we need to do the rock work to make this look good. So that'll probably be... We might end up doing that next episode, we might not. It's either going to be that, or we are going to start working through here. Unfortunately, I think in order to finish off this enclosure, we really are going to have to buy some sea lions and bring them in. Just so that way I can see how they move, because I've never actually built for them before, so I don't know what to expect. Like, the river, or the African penguins, I've built for them before. I know what they like, I know what they don't like. I know they like these little shallow wading areas, I know that they like to have food down here in the depths that they can dive to. They do tolerate people coming into their enclosure, but we're not gonna do like a traditional walkthrough. Instead, I have built this bridge, for lack of a better word, on top of their hard shelter. And we're just gonna pretend that they're doing all of the incubation stuff in here. I was hoping to actually like build an incubator, but that just did not pan out. So, yeah, we've got this little bridge. If we go into walkthrough mode, right, so we come through here, and then this is going to be the main thoroughfare. We're going to keep these for shade. And then if you wanted to come up to this area, you'd walk through here, and you get this wonderful view of the African rock penguins, and then over to the California sea lions. And then over to the splash pad, and then the river going off this direction. So, then after that you come down here, you come through this little curve. You still get a pretty good view of everything. You can see up towards this area, you can see into here a little bit. So you get some really nice sight lines, and then all the way up into the Mojave Maze, which we spent the last couple of episodes working on. So over here for the California sea lions, I'm just going to jog that way real quick. Oh, this little thing, I might fix that. Maybe not. It might be fine. So you have this full boardwalk kind of thing that you can do through here, and then it comes up onto these rocks and kind of blocks your view, and I think that maybe we'll continue this rocky field up into here, and then this is our, oh goodness, cougars. So we will have a proper viewing area for the cougars. We might block this sight line off so that way you come through and then you get the good view of them. And then you might be asking, why are these sea lions shooting water into the air into little puddles? And guys, you're gonna learn real fast. I'm just like this. This is just my sense of humor. and it's gonna live here now. So, anyway, let's backtrack up onto this boardwalk. We will do some railing through here, just to make it look a little bit more believable. And then you get this nice view onto their shore, and then see them playing in the water over here. And if we go over to this side, and we look at this splash pad over here, these beaches are just high enough that they separate you, but you're like in there with the seals, which I think is a lot of fun. So you get to play in the water, the seals get to play in the water, everybody gets to play in the water. So yeah, that is what we ended up doing after a long and arduous journey, but I think it sets us up really well for the future. So I hope you enjoyed today's time lapse, and I will see you next time.